And welcome, everyone. You heard all that info in the intro, so now let's get into our podcast. Woo, we got Evil Mike on the other line, because now he officially has a mustache with a goatee, so he's the evil version. So hopefully this version's better than the previous one, and we'll have a much better...
He went like super old school wrestling, turned heel, and then grew out facial hair.
Hi, Mike.
Hey guys, thanks a lot. It's all gone now. I had to shave it all off for work. So
now he's back to babyface.
All right.
Babyface. I'm a good guy again. One more for the good guys.
Sure. Why not? Okay, so we're back to crappy Mike. All right. So, first thing we want to talk about real fast was this article by Polygon. It's a website. I don't know what the fuck they really do. There's so many made up websites.
Yeah, I've never even heard of them before, but here they are.
And I really wanted to, I'm squeezing this one in here because it was already on October 18th when they released this article. So it's already like a week or two behind. And I just wanted to talk about it before it became irrelevant. But this is just the overwhelming narrative of like nobody can win no matter what.
yeah, no kidding. That was my first thought. But I've also felt that I've been on the other side of this coin compared to a lot of people that I've been seeing on social media. But alas.
Basically, the title of their article is "How much longer can Warner Brothers pretend Superman isn't in Justice League? Just show him already." I was shocked by this because I really thought that this was some of the best marketing and best trailers that WB has done.
Yeah, me too.
I really thought this was pretty solid, and I really enjoyed it. I really did. And then they have this in their article. They talk about the poster that was released just before the trailer and receiving a mixture of praise of scorn from fans. Or mixture of praise and scorn from fans. And I'm like, what? Who's scorning this? Like, yeah. Who is saying this is a terrible poster? And then you go down, there's some Twitter posts by some nobodies. I don't know.
I have one follower.
There's nothing wrong with that. Well, we hit double digits, so we're better than them on our Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
On our Twitter, but just this one guy bitching about the reveal. How is this an official poster without Henry Cavill Superman? It was just ridiculous.
Well, the one person, which is @on the Grove on Twitter, if anyone was curious, they put, if I was trying to hide Superman's return, I wouldn't use his logo on every poster. That's just me, though. They do kind of, bring up a good point. I think the whole point of this article is saying like
it really sticks out in that tiny little fucking S there.
Yeah, well, some of it, like in the early stuff, Superman's been in there. Remember, like Tim was laughing because I'm like, oh, don't even show him on that, or don't have him on cups, and then Tim's like, oh no, not the cups. So, but I do think yes, we are pretty much sure that Superman is going to be in this.
No,
99.9%.
Yeah, according to this article.
You mean the dream sequence that they released with Henry Cavill in it? You mean that?
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Oh.
But I've been saying since the beginning is that I do not want them to reveal anything that has to do with Superman, because I think that's the biggest. People are still kind of wondering, how is he going to come back?
What's he going to look like? He's going to have good mullet. Is he going to have a beard?
Is it going to be evil? Is he going to
look like Mike?
Awesome.
Yeah, with a mustache.
Awesome, my ass.
Yeah, so a lot of people have been wondering, like, what is it going to look like? All these different details, and they've held out. They finally have figured it out. They didn't ruin it like Doomsday. Have this big reveal, and I love it. That's what I wanted. Being even a huge Superman fan, I get it that it would be cool to kind of see him a little bit more in the marketing and stuff. But at the same time, it's awesome because it's
full of speculation. It's
right.
So well done.
Exactly. And I don't want to shit on the other studio like we always do, but Thor Ragnarok, that was our biggest complaint, is we're like, dude, you're giving away like literally everything.
Yeah.
And every single one of whether it's a poster or a trailer,
TV spot.
Yeah, anything, you're like, holy shit.
Some random British guy on a TV show.
Right.
Giving out some information.
Yeah. So it's just this I thought was done so well, and they learned their mistake, from Batman v Superman, and I'm stoked. I'm glad that no one has a fucking clue until the movie comes out exactly what's going to happen. I think it's fantastic.
these are the same people who cried last time. Oh no, they showed Doomsday already. Why? Why would they show Doomsday? Oh no, now we know the whole movie. Oh, why are they not showing Superman? We don't even know what's gonna go on now. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? The same fucking people.
Right.
Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make... You're not happy either way. So shut the fuck up and watch the fucking movie and be happy with what the fuck they give you. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, dude, seriously. It just blows me away. We went from their previous campaign, their marketing scheme where they showed us everything, and we literally had almost a 3-act structure built into the trailers.
Yeah.
And this one, they've done so well. The second to last trailer where Alfred's talking to something, we don't know what.
Right.
It just led
The Green Lantern.
Sure.
Yeah,
Whatever.
It's exactly. It's led to so much speculation. Martian Manhunter. No, it's Superman. Look at the colors. People like breaking down the glasses.
Yeah.
and the fact
Jeremy
that
Irons' face has been out there more than he's ever had in his life. People analyzing.
ever. Yeah, and the fact that they didn't ruin it in the final trailer. I fucking watched the final trailer on silent with no sound just for one thing to see if they ruined it. The big reveal, and that's what I thought was going to happen, is they were going to fill in. I thought there was a small chance they were going to fill in the blank of like, oh, that's what he was looking at the whole time, and they didn't. And so now we have to wait till November 17th or 17th,
Something like that.
17th. Somebody has to plan a birthday party before the weekend. We should do it the same weekend. We could all go watch it together, but I'm just...
I know. I was going to try, but it's not going to happen.
No. It just amazes me. I thought this was such a well done marketing campaign. I thought they did nothing but speculation. And then the people that bitched about like Superman dying, like I watched one guy break down this Justice League trailer where they're like, oh, they didn't. I still don't think they earned the death of Superman, but man, that beginning scene in the trailer is awesome. Like he's even talking about like pretending tearing up and stuff. I'm like, but you say they didn't earn the death.
Right.
It's hitting you. It's working.
Exactly.
It's doing exactly what it was intended to do. But you want to say just before you make the joke about tearing up that they didn't earn the death of Superman.
Right.
But it clearly did. They're using it, and now they're getting to you.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people like, I hate feelings right now, and like when they're watching this thing.
Yeah. Well, what was the thing that I sent you that you said that
the Interstellar thing.
Yeah,
With
Interstellar. Yeah, with Matthew McConaughey, where he's like bawling or whatever, and
they're showing that scene.
Yeah, and they're showing the beginning of the trailer.
Yeah.
and yeah, that's how a lot of people have been, and yeah, I'm glad you brought
But they
that
didn't
up.
earn that death.
Right.
No.
He shouldn't have died in the second movie in the second movie in the universe. But yet that first scene, like everybody's like, like fucking like loved it. And
And it, not just that, but the quotes from Batman where he's talking about like, in Batman v Superman, I'll make you a promise, Martha won't die tonight. And then there's at the end of the movie where I failed him in life, I won't fail him in death. And then that has translated in the little bit that we've seen into these trailers now, where he's like, no, I made him a promise, and he's out there to try to fucking save the world because there's no Superman now, and he understands. And it's I can't wait. I'm glad I'm not one of these fucking people.
You know what people's problem is? This isn't Marvel. That's what it all comes down to. Everything that DC is gonna do is gonna be shit to anyone and everyone who's a big old Marvel fanboy because it's not Marvel. Well, this ain't fucking Marvel. This isn't fucking Disney. This is fucking adult-oriented fucking shit. If you watch any of the DC movies they put on direct to anime, it's light years ahead of anything that Marvel's doing. And these movies are right in the same line of the animated movies. I don't know what the fuck people's problem is. Like, it's not generated towards kids. I'm sorry to tell you, but this isn't a kid movie. This isn't a family-friendly movie. It's an actual comic book movie made by a comic book guy that's giving you everything you ever cried about ever wanting as a fanboy, and here it is, right in front of your fucking face, and all of a sudden, it's not good enough for us. Or, this isn't exactly how I wanted it. Why is it like this? Why are you doing this? This should be a lot more funner like Marvel. It should be this like Marvel. It ain't fucking Marvel. This isn't fucking Disney.
Perfect segue.
Oh, Mike, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah,
Jesus.
No kidding.
Take a Valium or something. Dude. Jesus Christ. So one thing
I like it.
I showed Shane this just before we got on here, and this is just something I wanted to point out because that article felt very clickbaity. Like it just felt like they were just trying to make an article to try to generate some kind of emotion out of people. And I just wanted to point something out because I see a lot of people, even in our comment section on YouTube, and other people saying that, why doesn't Marvel get this kind of biased, when it comes to the clickbait? Why don't they get this? They're protected. People are out just to get DC. And yes, maybe there is some companies out there that are just straight up DC haters, and they will just post whatever they want to try to scorn that. That is a very good possibility, but I don't think it's the majority. And there's something I've noticed by doing this podcast and by running an Instagram page. You notice things and you notice trends. If you look at your analytics and you look at things and how they progress and stuff, you notice that a lot of the times when you talk about a DC thing on Instagram or on YouTube or whatever, it gets a lot more revenue. It generates a lot more interest.
Right.
When you post something about Marvel, even though I find it very interesting, doesn't get that much attention to it.
Right.
And there's something I just wanted to point out, and this is completely anecdotal. This is a very small thing that I just wanted to point out. But Screen Rant, they had a article saying Justice League runtime confirmed as DCEU shortest. They're still using DCEU, even though that's not correct. So they're idiots.
I think everyone is. It's just maintained.
So they're just talking about a shitty thing going on right now about Justice League's runtime.
Yeah.
About a movie's runtime.
Right. Oh, you should see some of the shit I'm sure you have, that's been on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and like every single social media platform. There's been all these things about the fucking runtime of a movie. I've never seen. Yeah.
I cannot. I don't care what it is. I mean, just holy shit! I can't believe there's this much attention about a fucking runtime of a movie. On their article, they have a little section where they tell you how many comments on it. 100 comments posted on October 21st. 100 comments. Now, people a lot of the times will talk about why doesn't
that was what, Sunday, Saturday,
somewhere, something like that.
Yeah, like not that long ago.
On the same exact day, people talk about MCU doesn't get clickbait articles. Why? Why don't they get the articles? Like, why isn't people tearing them down? Screen Rant has an article saying the 9 superheroes the MCU completely destroyed. That's the title of the article. That's what you see.
Yeah, sounds pretty clickbaity, actually.
Yeah, it sounds very clickbaity. They're saying the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has destroyed 9 characters, 9 superheroes, 11 comments. And this is just something I want to point out. Is that Marvel's boring.
Yeah.
No one. Marvel has already, hit 15 movies in their, or I think Thor's going to be 15. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I think so.
So a large number of movies in the cinematic universe. They're somewhere in there between 14 and 16. They're somewhere up there. And
there's 3 Iron Men, 3...
Don't count it, please. For God's sakes, don't count
We'll be here forever.
I think Doctor Strange was 14, so they might be actually up to like
16? 17?
Yeah, maybe.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think after Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man. I think so. Maybe it was 13. Somewhere around there. Anyway, and I just don't think people care. People don't care about these type of articles. This is clickbait. Whatever you want to say, this is MCU clickbait.
Right.
No one cares.
Yep. Well, and we've made this joke before, but the fact that, it was over a year later and people are still debating about the Martha scene and Batman v Superman and Zack Snyder's vision and Civil War is just kind of, we've brought it up, making a joke about, because Black Panther was the coolest thing in Civil War. Mm-hmm. And other than that, it's just kind of, it's business as usual. And I had that feeling last year when we went into Doctor Strange. And we walked out of it with one point of view of like, oh, that's not what we were hoping for. And everyone else was like, okay, that's business as usual. Perfect. 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And boom, all right, now give me the next one. And it's very weird and different that people are just like, okay, like they're so used to having the same type of Marvel movie released to them. They watch it. Okay, sounds good. Nothing too crazy, nothing too memorable. Move on. All right, give me the next one. And then whereas on the other side, there's just so much heat, and we had our biggest troll that had to do with, us saying one small thing about Thor Ragnarok, and then it went into this huge debate about Snyder fanboys and all this bullshit, and Like it's crazy. It's crazy how like you say one thing negative against Marvel or positive for the DC, and it turns into this debate. But
sometimes depends.
Yeah,
depends on the character, because this is negative.
Right.
Destroyed. They're saying Black Widow. I just scrolled through. They say they destroyed Black Widow, Lady Sif from the Thor movies, War Machine. They're saying those characters the MCU destroyed.
Right.
That's the phrasing they're
Spider-Man.
using. I didn't see that far if they did that. I'm sure they're going to say they did right. You're going to say that. Evil Mike's opinion is
what I've noticed.
Winter Soldier.
Oh, interesting. What I've noticed, and this is even, I would probably throw Nick into this as well.
As the MCU destroyed him.
No, he destroyed it. No, that he's someone who will complain about.
Marvel diehard.
He is, and that's fair. But him being a Marvel diehard, he still has complained to me about bro Aquaman, and then when something is changed within the MCU, he's like, oh no, it's time. I can't think of the example he had, but he's like, no, it's been time for a change. Within that character, or I'm glad they did that. Instead of they've like updated whatever certain characters, or like for example, the kind of the Thor they went with, or the direction they went with Thor, not the Thor they went with direction.
Either one.
Yes, exactly. So like that he should be this all powerful God, and he's now it's a huge comedy movie, but anyways, it's like so many people, and he's not the only one, he's just the closest example, but I've seen a lot of people on social media who are so willing to just accept, like, oh, okay, yeah, sounds good, that's no big deal, yep, let's move on. I don't care that they changed this or that they did that, but when it's on the other side, then it becomes it generates comments and clickbait. It generates
likes, comments. People don't have to necessarily even agree with it, but I've noticed it on our YouTube. I've noticed it on Instagram. Yeah. You get way more feedback. You get way more shit when you start talking about the DC universe compared to the Marvel universe. Right. There's we posted one thing about the after Spider-Man Homecoming, MCU's decided to come out with like an official timeline to confirm, to help people along with what's going on, which I thought that was a big question people were bugging about with Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah.
No one commented. No one said a thing. One person did comment because I had a picture of all the MCU movies. I was like, I've watched every single one.
Thank you.
Okay, that wasn't the point of the fucking article.
Right, yeah.
You just looked at the picture. But it was interesting to me. It was they were going to come out with this big old official timeline because there was so much confusion about the timeline with Spider-Man Homecoming. No one gave a shit. But you fucking post something about DC's running, or Justice League's runtime?
Yeah, fucking runtime.
A runtime.
What is the runtime?
Just over 2 hours, 121 minutes.
I've seen three numbers: 119, 121, and then 2 hours and 50 minutes.
So I actually looked it up because someone on Instagram, not to segue too far off into a fucking runtime, but someone on Instagram said no. On Twitter, it was confirmed by someone who was
Humberto Gonzalez.
Is that
there's a guy,
what I'm talking about, where this was like a couple months ago or something, right? When someone tweeted and said, oh, what's the runtime going to be for Justice League, and he said like almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Okay. No, I'm talking about something else then.
Okay, it might have been Alberto, but someone tweeted at another guy who's involved in. He's a fucking official, has the little blue check mark and everything, and they asked him what is the runtime going to be for Justice League, and he said like 2 hours and 50 minutes or something like that. So someone on Instagram had shared that screenshot and was like, no, all this stuff about the runtime is bullshit. Well, I actually went on to the Regal, I think it was Regal and AMC, that were the two movie companies that were like starting to put stuff on their website, and they officially had the runtime as 121 minutes.
And then I saw somebody come out and debunk that, saying, or an AMC employee said, no, that's just fitting in slots. We just set a basic 2 hour runtime to fill in slots for our theater.
Really? Yeah. Okay. I didn't see that.
Announced,
so...
And then somebody wanted to bring up the fact that somebody asked Zack Snyder on Vero or whatever if it was 2 hours and 50 minutes, and he liked it. And so everybody's using So they're using that. And then I just saw something today where this Humberto Gonzalez guy that's, he's in the fucking rumor mill of everything, says that now there's some official people coming out saying, yes, it's 119 minutes. So it's basically it's 2 hours. He says this is why you wait for official words, boys and girls, being very patronizing to everybody.
That's not the same guy I'm talking about. So the one that I was talking about, this was from a while ago, and someone just I want to say it was from like July, and someone just asked a general question. And then whoever it was,
we'll find out on Friday. That's when tickets go on sale. So
okay, yeah. So
just wait till then.
But the whole point of this was the
Thanks
fact
a lot,
that
Mike.
Sorry.
You made us waste a bunch of time on a fucking runtime conversation, which I did not want.
I just wanted to know what the runtime was.
That's okay. Yeah. Well, that's what it's been rumored. It's been all over the place.
But then you know what I like,
rumored.
real quick? Is speaking of clickbait stuff.
True.
And speaking of clickbait stuff, one of my favorite things is somebody had the article of. Now that Joss Whedon has control, he cut 50 minutes from Justice League script for Justice League. That's where they originally thought it was 250, and Whedon's the one that cut it down to 2 hours. That's what they said. I was like, that's awesome.
Wow.
That was the biggest lie I've ever.
Again, he's finishing Snyder's fucking vision. I
just love that one. That one made me laugh. I'm like, you're not even trying.
No, they're not. Well, it's the same narrative since back at I think in February was when all the stuff happened with Snyder. Yeah. I want to say like back then. It's been the same bullshit. Reshoots and tone and
massive overhaul.
Unwatchable.
Ben Affleck's
exactly all this stuff.
Fired and rehired and just kidding.
They're going to replace him as Batman with a younger alternate Deathstroke Batman.
John Cena.
There you go. So, any other dumb questions, Mike?
Why am I your friend?
That's a pretty dumb question.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good question.
No, that's a dumb question. He loves the abuse.
We all abuse each other. Oh, wait, that sounded wrong.
But it's so true.
And so.